All right, so shout out to all 35 of you watching this show live. I appreciate you. All right, hit that like button. Let's turn up on the like button. We're missing 10 likes. Hit the like button to help us tell the algorithms that we're here hanging out, to help us ping other people into the room or ping everyone else into the room. But let's talk about Mohbad. So a few days ago, about 5 days ago now, this young man lost his life. Okay, he lost his life, sadly. Mohbad. I enjoyed at least 4 of his hit singles. We played that here yesterday. We enjoyed it at the beginning, at the end, and we've shared the monetization of that video with whoever is in charge of the music rights. And today we won't be doing that, but we want to continue to cover this story. And the devil is a liar. We will continue to cover this story. Okay. Speaking of the devil is a liar. Okay. The first part of the story I want to cover. Okay. It's a person who features here a lot because they refuse to engage knowledge and wisdom, and they continue to point fingers against the rest of the world. Okay. Anybody want to guess who we're talking about? We're going to talk about him first because he has something to say about this situation. Okay, he tried to rope himself into a story that has nothing to do with him as usual. But the devil is a liar. We will continue to hold him accountable because he's a public figure. We will continue to extract lessons from his stupid moves. It is what it is. I even try to be nice with those people, but sometimes they're just that mad. Okay, he wanted to put mouth for Mohbad's situation and make it about himself. And yes, let's go in. Let me read out to you what Yule said. Okay, Yule has a caption on his page. Okay, what did I say some few weeks ago or months ago when we covered the Yule story? I said he's losing business everywhere. It's just what it is. I did like a whole analysis. I said this guy's about to lose business everywhere. Okay? It just makes sense. To me at least. Okay? When you move a certain way, you lose business everywhere. The good news is that his child, the daughter is getting some of that business. Some business. The wife, the ex-wife to be is getting some business. But him himself, people are avoiding him. The whole industry is avoiding him like a plague. Why? Because nobody wants to be a part of no nonsense that they didn't call for. Just watch. Naira Marley is about to experience the same thing. If you don't know how to have good business practices, even when you are right, listen to me carefully, especially you gentlemen. Listen to me carefully right now. If you think you are right, you have the right to be right. If you're obsessed with being right, you will lose business.
You're right.
You will lose business. Okay? Not only will you lose business, you will collect.
Sorry.
Not just that, it doesn't end there. You will come back here to us like the Ekene Bishop and start crying every time. So I'm letting you know right now. You need more game than right and wrong. You need more. There's more to life than to winning than right and wrong. And one person that we need to keep telling, it's not him in particular, all the Yules, or everybody that think like him, all of them. Oh yeah, but give me a pass. At least let him breathe. Let him breathe small too. Is it a crime to want to be a polygamist? Did anybody talk about polygamist or no polygamist? He's a fake polygamist anyway.
You are going to lose it. Let the poor breathe.
Oh my shield. Anyway, let me read what he said. He's talking about the Mohbad story, but Mohbad story. Mohbad. I'm using accent to pronounce. It's Mohbad. Let me say Mohbad. Mohbad, right? Okay. He said, all of Una. He said, witches and demons. He's talking about us, because we covered this story. Okay. Witches and demons chasing clouds. Listen, I'll tell you something. This is why I did this earlier. This is why I used this on the thumbnail. Hypocrites everywhere. Okay, hypocrites everywhere. He's going to call us hypocrites. Right? I don't know how to say that in English. Before you catch the thief catches the owner of the farm. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, let's keep going. He said, all of now where they post justice for Mohbad, all of you that are posting justice for Mohbad, plus the Nollywood people that are joining them to shout it, you're not different from the people that were maltreating Mohbad. You're all demons and wicked people, simply chasing clout. Listen, we look for attention here. Shout out to you for helping me share this platform. Share. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Yes, we are looking for clout because that's what we do here. We need more attention. We're building the platform. Yes, we do sell books. We sell coaching, counseling, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Nonetheless, the devil is a liar. Okay. And today, this man go collect.
Sorry, yo.
Let me continue. He said, you're all the same people who have been insulting me for over 1 year. They can't see past how they feel. They are the one that claim logic the most, but it's basically their feeling controlling them. Okay. He said we're insulting him. That's because he's reading insults. Okay. Forget about everything. Forget about the one that dragged his own family to the internet. Okay. They're just insulting him for no reason. Okay, bullying me on the internet, trying so hard to kill me for matter way that does not concern you. I'm converting the pidgin to English. Simply because I took a personal decision for my life that is not your business. When you're a public figure, that means including myself, who's going to tell him? Your life is the public's business. No, I didn't say it should be. I said it's just a reality. You get it? You get it? You don't get it? No? It's not working?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
All right. Shout out to you, Brother Patrick. I see you, sir. Let me continue reading Yule's nonsense talk. This is Yule Edochie. And his wife, ex-wife to be on the right-hand side, is wife to be, hopefully, inshallah, because that one need to show him shege. He will learn about women for the first time. He will learn by force. He will learn that woman no be a mate at the end of the day when it comes to this thing. He will learn by force, by fire, but it's not learning yet. No, just wait for it, okay? Wait for it. Let me continue. He said, how many of you fought for Mohbad when he was alive? Now that he's dead, you're using him to draw traffic to your page? Useless people. For over 1 year, bloggers have been telling all sorts of lies against me. Now, to be fair to him, some people are covering some stories that are not founded anywhere. Some people are praying and doing nice video for him somewhere on the internet. Yeah, there's some weirdos like that on the internet. It is what it is. There are trolls. I mean, we had a Kene here earlier, Wiri. Right? We have literally multiple Kenes here. So they're trolls on the internet. It's to be expected. You block them if you don't want to block them. You entertain them. You curse them out if you have to. Whatever. It is what it is, right? It's the reality. I don't get to run back to my uncle and say, oh God, the troll is trolling me on the internet. I put myself on the internet. But that's literally what these people do. They point fingers. They're always a victim. Okay. They might have even been a victim before, but they continue to perpetuate victimhood. But they always come back and cry to us, don't they? Anyway, let's go. So for over 1 year, he's blaming bloggers. Bloggers have been telling all sorts of lies about me. Everybody turned to blogger for my case, spreading fake stories about me on Facebook just to make money. Some people are actually doing that. It's his expectations that are off. Okay. What do you expect, Yule? And the rest of the 2,000 Yules out there. What are your expectations exactly? The internet is a double-edged sword. It's completely up to you what you do with it. It's up to you. Anyway, telling lies just to destroy my name. See, this is the thing. At least here, some people lie, some people do lie. But here, I don't make things up. It's what they say that I read, and I do my own analysis of what I think, my personal opinions, right? In efforts to extract lessons, I try my best to make sense. Even when there's a disagreement here and there, I say, well, this is what I mean. Well, this is what I mean. Well, here's the context we're going from. Okay, there's another context. Okay, well, that's how you see. Well, we can agree to disagree, right? That's what we try to do here. Facebook just to make money, telling lies just to destroy my name, on top of matter we will know nothing about, just because men don't talk. See, that men don't talk thing, they go in that direction from time to time. It is true that men, there's always truth. Our truth tellers, they always bring the truth and mix it up with the gumbo, and they try to make sense out of it. Like we don't know where. I don't know. What do you mean? I know that men tend not to talk or express themselves in healthy ways when it comes to the emotional. Express themselves emotionally in healthy ways. Like, meaning, find a safe space. It could be your boys, your guys. A real barbershop, not some stupid internet barbershop where women are listening. A real barbershop where only men that can understand you are listening. That way they can apply empathy and tell you the truth, or hold you accountable, so that you don't get caught up in your feelings. Because when we tell you the truth in Bangba, in public, you get caught up in your feelings. Like women. No disrespect to the women. Literally, that's what they do. Just because men don't talk. Nah, bro. You've been talking. Quite a lot of talking. You've been doing a lot of talking. In fact, one of my assessments these days is that you talk too much. Now you collect, now you're saying men don't talk. No, you've been talking, bruh. You've been talking. You are the one that started the talk. You could have just do your polygamy jejely in your own household, no problem. You had a second child with a side chick, you want to flip into polygamy. They've been doing that forever. That's not a crime. But you try to come here and control narrative, and bloggers show you what. And now you're talking about somebody is, no, it's a lie. You're trying to now wrap it up into Mohbad's story. May God forgive you. Because Mohbad lost his life, you did not lose your life. You used your own mouth to. That's what you did. None of you know what I see in my home that inspired my decision. Idiots. He just insinuated that he saw Shege from his wife, ex-wife to be. Tell us something new. We knew that you collected woto from that woman. Are you kidding me? I knew that. I'm not one of those people that peddle around that May is innocent. No, she's very good at this public game. She's better than you. She knows how to shut up in public and not drag herself in the middle of all, explain tirelessly to people that don't really give a shit.
We go explain, because no evidence.
She's better at that. Not that she's better at being holy. See, that's the difference. I personally know that May was not innocent in that situation. That marriage wasn't nowhere perfect. Right? All it takes is at least one person for a marriage to not be anywhere close to perfect. If one person is Shaggy, that's their name, that marriage will be shaggy. That's all it takes. You can be a good person all you want. If you're married to a person that gives you shaggy, that marriage is shaggy. That's the way it works. So nobody said it was your fault. You insinuated that it was your fault because you tried to do the right thing by flipping a side chick to a second wife, and then you collect woto from the public, and now they see your ex-wife to be as an angel. That's all of your fault. All of it. Let's blame it on your incompetence. Because you think you can manipulate the public. You can't even manipulate your wife. You think you can manipulate all of the public? No, they can see through the bullshit. That's why they might not even be able to put their finger on it, but they react. Their reaction is the results you created. It doesn't mean your fault. It's just the result you created. You have to hold yourself accountable and responsible for that. And then pivot. And then learn how to navigate that. But no, you keep coming back here to cry to us that somebody is trying to kill you, and you're comparing yourself to a young man who was actually being bullied and he allegedly been bullied and lost his life. How insensitive. Just bad. They don't stop. I've told you a long time. They have a hard time stopping. It's going to take everything to humble yourself to stop when you're obsessed with being right. Anyway, let me continue. He said, Facebook just to make money, spreading fake stories about me on Facebook just to make money, telling lies just to destroy my name, on top of matter where you know nothing about, on top of matters that you know nothing about, just because men don't talk. None of you know what I see in my home. That inspired my decisions. Idiots. What they did to Mohbad is finally bringing Mohbad back into it. What they did to Mohbad is what they've been doing to me on the internet. This is why a lot of people this is why a lot of people continue to call you narcissist. That's why. And you can't stop. You're always looking for places to sniff in your food. And it's never enough. It will never be enough until you look inwards. It will never, ever. It's not a curse. I swear. Allah. Wallahi. It will never be enough until you look inwards. Okay? They've been doing to me on the internet for over 1 year. How many Nollywood? He dragged his colleagues into it. How many Nollywood people? Well, he dragged them earlier. He's basically telling us that it's being boycotted by a lot of people. That's what's going on. Okay, he's not getting calls. Nobody wants to be associated with that nonsense. Okay, most people that have something going for them is only the lowest of the barrel. Is that how to say? The lowest of that industry are the only people that are probably calling him right now. The ones that have things to lose, that it's not a big deal, it's not personal, but there's a lot going on with your brand right now. We'll revisit that. Let's let things calm down a little bit. This is the reality with business and power, bro. They will abandon you, they will boycott you, and the worst part is that they won't tell you. They just be like, oh yeah, that thing we're supposed to do, right? We kind of postponed it till next year. That's what they'll tell you. Now you come here and then start crying to the whole world and telling on yourself because you talk too much. Now you're telling on yourself. Nollywood people are now saying, it's not, thank God it wasn't just me that boycotted him. Everybody else is doing it too. Let's continue what he said. How many Nollywood people have come out to say enough? Okay, he started to act like he's talking about Mohbad, but he's talking about himself. To say enough. Let him go and sort out his own business. I think I saw one person, Daddy Freeze was trying to help him a little bit and saying, let's leave him alone. Let's leave him alone. You are doing a live session, Daddy Freeze. No live stream. You're not leaving him alone. You can't leave him alone because you have a media platform and it's hot news because he continues to make himself hot news for the wrong reasons. You're all waiting for me to die so you can post my picture and write your nonsense justice for. Why would they say justice for? They might say RIP because the truth is that we love Edochie as an actor. Right? They will still say RIP because they can relate. Say they take it personal. God forbid something happens to you. Nobody wants anything to happen to him. We don't want that. We just want all of this to pass away too. If you will let it all pass away. 2 years from now, we go all day all right. Listen, the impact is all that matters. The impact still now up to now, the major impact that Edochie has left on all of us is skills when it comes to acting. But he won't rest. He won't zuka nuke. He will refuse to rest in Jesus' name. No, I'm not praying that he should refuse to rest. I'm saying he refuses to rest. I want him to rest in Jesus' name. So we can get back to what we love about his craft. We don't care what happened in your household. Everybody go do all right. Marriage is not do or die after all. But you won't rest. You're looking to be validated everywhere. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all of you that are listening to me that can relate one way or the other to you. That's what I'm talking about. You will probably never see this. There's thousands of videos going out about him. I'm talking about if you find yourself in a situation where you have this urge to shalaye, urge to shalaye all the time. Kule work, you will get tired.
Explain, because no evidence.
There's no evidence. These are your emotions. Bottom line is like you lost your family. And sadly, you lost a son in the middle of all of that. Let me continue. He said more. He said justice for. Justice. Why would they say justice for? What crime are we talking about? He said, "Na thunder go fire all of una. I lost." He said he lost his son in the midst of unbearable pain. He said they said he killed his son. I'm sure somebody said something, some weird stuff like that out there. I'm sure they did. But the cost of fame. No, I'm not saying it's right. But it's the public, and you're a public figure. I'm just pointing fingers at your expectations. Calm down. Yeah, it's very bad that they did that. But they did that because you kept talking. Well, not because you kept talking. You fueled the fire. Okay, I don't know. Bottom line is that rest. In the midst of unbearable pain, them say na him kill his own son. How many of una come out to fight for justice? Justice for what? I'm so confused. Even my own auntie is talking about the other lady. I think that lady should rest too, by the way. Even my own auntie has not called me on the phone for one day to ask me what happened. He's talking about, what's her name again? Auntie, the other Edochie that's been making up with the other lady, Sarah Martins and stuff, right? Family matters should go inside. Just because you tend to be on the side of the popular side, according to everybody, does not mean you're doing the right thing. It's actually not relevant. There's no wisdom in that. It should be handled privately. It's family matters. So now he's dragging his auntie. Even my own auntie has not called me on the phone for one day to ask me what happened. Instead, she dey use me draw traffic for her page. I don't know. Let me see. Before I continue, he said a lot. As usual. He's been saying a lot. Chie says he doesn't want it to pass away. Look at the rumor about Adeswa's husband. The rumor came out, did not see a day. Right? That rumor just natural. Just like that. Just said he behaves like he's possessed. No, there are regular brothers, uncles, aunties that that think like this. They think they can actually control narrative by being obsessed with being right. It never works. It just gets worse for them. Okay? It just gets worse. Yeah, he brought all of this out. He brought them all out. He brought this whole thing, right? He talks too much. That's the problem. Okay? If he stopped talking right now, at some point they will tell the Auntie Edochie, the other auntie, Rita Edochie, thank you. They will tell Auntie rest. If he just stopped, just shut the hell up for a second. A second means 3 months. Okay, not 3 months. 6 months. No, 2 years. Face your business. Keep acting. People will tell Auntie Rita to go and rest. Because Auntie Rita will probably, if she's truly chasing Clout, she will not rest. People will have to tell her to go and rest. But, you will not know that. You will say, no, I need to be right. In fact, let's stage a skit. My wife, Ijele, let's stage a skit again to make them trend. And they will now come back and cry and say his mental health has been tampered with. Baba, you're the one giving the content. You are the content. You are the one producing the content. We were just commentary. For our own reasons. Here is lessons. For some other people, it's screws. Anyway, let me continue. On top matter we no concern una. On top of matter that's none of your business. We una know as it takes start. On top of matter that you don't know how it started. Of stuff that happened inside the house. Remember, this is not a leaked sex tape. He leaked this himself. Okay, let's just continue. Because a man would rather keep quiet and protect the image of his wife than spill unnecessary information. But you just did. Does he realize he's spilling information in this moment, in real time? Right? Now, those that are nosy enough and say, yeah. May was also a useless person. She did not give him sex. She stopped cooking for him a long time ago. He complained, but he tried his best. And then some auntie will see that story, someone say, yeah, I believe that. These women are wicked and brutal. That's all you're able to get out of this. You're right. Anyway, protect the image of his wife than spill unnecessary information. The bullying, insults, curses I have received on the internet for over 1 year is enough to kill and drive to depression. Now, if I tell everybody, please stop insulting you, Lo, how well do you think that will work out? Would that work out? Is that going to work? I'm asking. If I tell everybody, please, stop insulting you, Lo, it is not nice. You are calling Lenyini. Did they not teach you in your house? Why are you insulting a grown 40-year-old man who chose to bring his family business to the internet? How do you think that's going to work out? He has 20 million monitoring spirits. Let me see how many monitoring spirits, because I actually got this from his own page. He posted this about 6 hours ago. It's fresh. Okay. He has how many monitoring spirits just on his page? On his page alone, he has 2 million monitoring spirits. Right? If you can't get them to stop, is it me that can get them to stop? I'm asking for a friend. How realistic is that expectations? How's that going to work out? Oh, but I don't care. I'm just speaking, but you're wasting energy. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. You're wasting energy that could be used on working on yourself, working on your craft, and allow God to do what he does so that the public itself will defend you and tell Auntie Rita and everybody will come against their favorite, used to be their favorite, you, to rest. One day I will come up with a list here of people that have had crisis, people that have had scandals that came back stronger. It takes one simple thing. One very simple thing to get that to happen. It's very hard for human beings to do it. It's a very simple thing. It's one of the hardest things for human beings to do. Rest. Another way I've said it is let go. You have to let go. If it's easier said than done, that is a fact. But you have to gain some courage. You have to let go. A lot of things, the wisest people in the history of mankind understand this. If you can't control it, let it go. Yes, it's hard. Let it go. Let it go. He said, but you can't kill me. That's what he said. God made my head strong. 100 million of you demons cannot reach me. Whatever evil you wish will follow you 1,000 times. Witches and wizards. My point is simple. This is what he's still saying. I'm quoting. If you never posted Mohbad, no, that wasn't the point, by the way. We can see through the bullshit. That wasn't the point. The point is that, please, I need attention. Validation validates me here too. They attack me too. That's the point, okay? It's not what you say. We're watching your actions. Your actions speak louder than words, okay? For all the lames, how do you know what he thinks? You're a lame. We know what he thinks, okay? We know. All right. If you never posted Mohbad when he was alive, simply shut up and let his soul rest. Allow the police to do their job. As you don't know all sides of the story. What's the other side of the story? You're telling on yourself. You're using your own words. You want us to be. No, you're telling on yourself right now. We're not, this is not a court of law. So no, we're not looking for the other side of the story. In fact, the only thing like, you talk too much. We don't need the other side of the story if you need to tell that you talk too much. Gentlemen, we don't need the other side of the story. Okay? Even when you go to the court of law, your lawyer, if they are competent enough, at some point, like, shh. Well, Sam Larry has overdone himself. What did he say in that video that he ended up deleting? He said, ghost in a movie. It's only in movies, right? You understand now? You shall get it. Shh. You think you are smarter than people that say shh? Well, Sam Larry is dumb because they overdo it. Pride will destroy you all the time, 100% of the time. Just so you know that, and that's all of us. When you start doing, you get away with something. The pride will keep tampering with your head, like, oh, you can do it again, until one day you do your last. So Sam Larry himself go collect. It's too late. I heard now that he's running around in Kenya. He tried to fly from Kenya to Dubai, allegedly, and then yeah. But anyway, let's get back to you before we go to Sam Larry. There's more on that as well. I'm going to try to finish on time today. If we can't finish, we'll continue tomorrow, okay? No big deal. But I don't want to do 4 hours today. I don't want to do that. Allow the police to do their job. They finally got back to Mohbad. As you don't know all sides of the story, if you have money to spare, send to his family and console them. Stop chasing Clout with his name. Now, who's going to tell him that he can also be accused of the same thing in this moment? I'll wait. Who is going to tell him? You get it? That he can be accused of the same thing at this point. Okay? There's at least about 16,000 likes on this post. Multiply that by 100 in terms of reach. Is he chasing Clout too? Because all it takes is point finger, and then boom, you're a Clout chaser too. That's all it takes, right? Stop chasing Clout with his name. That's what you all are good at. You fight the living and celebrate the dead. Walking demons. Anyway.